All right, part two. Sorry I cut the other film off a little quick. You can see the tails on that Indian head nickel because this is part two. And these are smokers. They all come from one great hiding place, one great place I keep my top shelf collectibles. Now, what you can't see, we're going to check out the reveal and have a little hunt here with me this afternoon. This is part two. You got to see these points. These are Smokin. They come from the same bin. Last comment about this book, Advanced Civilizations Prehistoric America. If you're just beginning and you really haven't studied a lot, you got to check some stuff out. You got to study it through. Adena, Hopewell, Mississippi, and Anasazi. These kingdoms, such as Canyon de Chelly and many other mind-blowing things they built, the mound builders, and it's just nuts. Well, these, remember, much younger than what we're looking at right here. And so it's crazy what has transpired in this country. So let's check it out. Last thing I said, check that book out. Now look at these points, and I know what my time is and my storage limitation here, so we're going to go ahead and roll with it. All right, I know these points, and I want to share with you this base. I believe this point came from the Archaic, and let's check to see what it is. I'm not going to tell you ahead of time. What a dart point. Gracious. Came from the Archaic. It's a smoker worth seeing, worth sharing. It's an Archaic period point, just a great artifact, no doubt. Holy cow. Next point. Came from high rise, relatively new place. Yeah, it's a little, you don't see anything. I know them well. I think you'll like this point. It's become one of my favorites. I know the place well. And, yep, it's a little triangle. My mercy. I was happy to find that. There's a lot of different variations there at high rise. And just great craftsmanship. Love it. Leave that there. This point, I know, came from Opening Sands. This site I know. It's heavily ground, if I can get a close-up of this, on its base. All the way around, just like you see right here. Just like you see that. Let's check this out. Interesting piece. I don't even know what the material is. Some type of flint. Nice piece. Yeah, that's what I said when I found it here in eastern North Carolina on Indian Trace. That's a sweet piece. Helps me be thankful because I see a lot of sweet pieces. People finding Richards, still finding smokers in the winter. Love his heart. Dedication. Here's a great piece found at the Archaic. I know them already, but it's worth checking out, having a little fun with them. This is unique, this piece. I found it before I even made films. Look at this piece. Gracious mercy. It is ground. It's beveled at the back end, which is really crazy. Just a great point. It's just as sweet on both sides, no doubt about it. Love it. What else are we finding today? A base. I'm racing the clock, so I'm trying not to hurry too much, but I'm really watching time. It cut off. I had to do it, try it again. Point from the plateau. Whew. That base and length makes it all, even though it's got a little impact fracture. Nothing wrong with that point at all. Gracious mercy, right? I don't think I was able to film that at either. This one came from Mecca. If it were wet, it would be purple. And smoking no matter what. Whew. Great piece to find. It's got a little stack on the back that's pretty unique. They just couldn't get it off, didn't need to. Just a nice point. All right, what do we find here? The point I know came from W Properties, buddy of mine, out in the blazing sun. I'll never forget this one. One that I just decided I would give it another try, and had been there multiple times. That's why you keep going back, everybody. This one's thin. It's well worked on the base. Well worked point altogether. Nice artifact. Alright, see if it'll cooperate with me to get these last two without cutting me off. Okay, this point came from Smokin. Great sight. I was really successful that day, found quite a few, and a beauty. Whew. And I mean to tell you, it's a good place to hunt under this gray sweater, isn't it? Whew. I'm going to tell you what, that's a sweet point. Any way you cut it, gotta love it. And the last one, recent find from Crystal Beach. Let's check it out. All much different styles, all of them. So that's pretty cool, isn't it? But very similar material on these. That is a smoker. That was on camera, but I'm happy to have it in my top shelf. It is slightly beveled off the back. Don't know if you can see it. I loved it though. I loved it. And so, peacefully here this afternoon, trying to stay warm and share a little bit of the warmth. That's a lineup right there. My goodness. Great to find in the winter. I'm telling you, if you ever found that at one trip out, I mean, you might as well. I don't even know what the world you'd do. It doesn't happen that way. But it's worth going out. You find these kind of rewards. And as we take a little bit of a medium look, appreciate you tuning in to Indian Trace. My goodness. And all that right there, well, that's Indian Trace. Be well out there.